My artwork, which you see here on your screen, is entitled Resistance Amid the Pandemic, made from acrylic on used tea bags and canvas. Recently, I have tried exploring in making artworks on tea bags and coffee filters as a substitute material for paper and canvas, especially that going out to buy materials while on the lockdown is difficult. When Manila was placed on a lockdown, movement was restricted, and it was a challenge for human rights workers like me to respond to cases of human rights violations as well as to those who are doing relief work. There has been a spike of cases of human rights violations because of alleged quarantine violations committed by ordinary folks who do not have any choice but to go out of their homes and fend for themselves and their families. The Philippine government failed to make concrete plans to those who will be affected by the lockdown, especially the poor. This has also been the subject of many of my artworks that I did while at home and monitoring the news during the 2-month-long enhanced community quarantine imposed in the entire national capital region. At present, Philippines remains one of the countries with the longest community quarantine, yet with the highest number of cases of COVID-19 in Southeast Asia. And the government continues to ignore our urgent demands for free mass testing and delivery of government aid to those who were affected by the economic impact of the lockdown. Instead of addressing these very pressing matters, the government railroaded the passage of a draconian legislation called the Anti-Terrorism Bill, which will further put activists, human rights defenders, and ordinary citizens to threats of human rights violations, especially at this time when people are critical of the government's response to the pandemic. The message of this artwork is true for everyone and anywhere around the world today, that even though our movements are currently restricted for health reasons, this should not hinder us to continuously struggle and fight for our rights. We put our masks on to protect ourselves and others, but it should never silence our voices to protect those whose rights have been blatantly violated by the authorities. Thank you.